ACID properties, the 4 rules databases live and die by. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're covering the 4 most important rules in all of database engineering, ACID properties. These are not preferences or suggestions. They are the ironclad guarantees that every serious relational database makes to keep your data safe, consistent, and completely trustworthy every single second of every single day. The bank transfer nightmare. Let's start with a real scenario. You send $500 to a friend. Step 1, your account is debited. Step 2, the money is about to land in your friend's account. And then, complete system blackout. The database crashes at the worst possible moment. Now what? Where did your money go? Does your friend has the money, or did it vanish? This is the terrifying question a failed database forces you to ask. Your account shows the money left, but your friend's account shows nothing arrived. $500 has disappeared into the void. If your bank's database cannot guarantee this never happens, you have a system that nobody can ever trust with real money. The ACID framework, 4 properties, 1 promise. The solution to that nightmare has 4 parts, and they spell ACID: atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. Together, they form one powerful promise. Whatever happens, system crash, power cut, hardware failure, I will never corrupt your data. These 4 rules are the foundation every serious relational database is built on. Atomicity. Think atom, something that cannot be split. Atomicity starts with a mental model. Think of an atom, the smallest indivisible unit in nature. In a database, a transaction is treated the same way. Step 1 and Step 2 are chained together as one unbreakable unit. You cannot complete half a transaction. Both steps succeed together, or neither one happens at all. All or nothing. No partial transactions, ever. Here is atomicity in practice. The $500 transfer has 2 steps. Subtract from your account, add to your friend's account. If both steps complete, success. If Step 2 fails for any reason, Step 1 is immediately canceled and reversed. The database does not accept half-finished work. All or nothing. No exceptions, no partial transactions, ever. What happens when it crashes? The rollback. This is the safety net atomicity provides, the rollback. If the system crashes mid-transaction, the database does something remarkable. It rewinds everything back to where it started, like the transaction never happened at all. Your account is restored, your friend receives nothing, the data is clean. No corruption, no mystery, no missing money.
Consistency. Moving from one valid state to another valid state. The second property is consistency. Every transaction must take the database from one valid, legal state to another. The rules are predefined. Balances can never go below 0. Usernames must always be unique. The total money across all accounts must always balance out. The database enforces these rules on every single transaction without exception. Consistency is the database's bouncer. Think of consistency as a massive bouncer standing at the door of your database. Every transaction that arrives must follow the rules. A transaction trying to create a balance of -$50, the bouncer stops it cold, rejected at the door. Invalid data never gets inside. Only clean, rule-following transactions are allowed to commit. The database refuses to commit. Here is how consistency works step by step. A transaction starts and the database immediately checks it against all defined rules. If any rule is broken, full stop. The transaction is rejected and rolled back before a single change is saved. Only transactions that pass every rule receive the green light and are welcomed in. Isolation. Concurrency without chaos. The third property is isolation, and this is where things get genuinely complex. A real production database doesn't handle one transaction at a time. It handles thousands of transactions simultaneously. Isolation guarantees that each one of those concurrent transactions behaves as if it is the only transaction running, completely invisible to all the others.
The airline drama, overselling. Here's what happens without isolation. 2 passengers check the airline system simultaneously. Both see the last available seat. Both click book at the exact same moment. Without isolation, both transactions read the same availability. Both confirm the seat, and suddenly the same seat is double booked. Chaos, angry passengers, a completely avoidable disaster caused by a missing database guarantee. How isolation fixes it? Isolation resolves this cleanly. Person A arrives 1 millisecond faster. Their transaction locks the seat first and completes. When person B's transaction checks a fraction of a second later, the seat is already gone. They get the honest answer. Sorry, seat's gone. One seat, one winner. Clean, fair, and completely protected by isolation. Durability. Committed means committed, forever. The fourth and final property is durability. Once a transaction is committed, once the database stamps it done and confirmed, that data is permanent. It doesn't matter what happens next. Power cut, server fire, hardware failure. The committed data survives. It is written to permanent storage and will be exactly where you left it when the system recovers. Survives anything, almost. Durability is not a promise made in comfortable conditions. It holds under fire, literally. Power cuts, server room fires, physical disk failures, even cyber attacks. A database with true durability writes committed transactions to permanent storage immediately. Your deposit never disappears. Your transfer never vanishes. Never lose a committed record again, no matter what the world throws at it.
The ACID cheat sheet. Here is the complete summary in 4 clean lines. A. Atomicity prevents half-finished jobs, all or nothing. C. Consistency prevents broken rules, valid data only. I. Isolation prevents traffic jams, order out of chaos. D. Durability prevents amnesia. Every committed transaction is saved permanently. 4 guarantees, 1 bulletproof database. Not a buzzword, a mathematical guarantee. ACID is not a marketing term. It is not a preference. It is a mathematical guarantee, and it is the entire reason the world trusts relational databases like Postgres and MySQL with its most critical data. Financial systems, healthcare records, legal databases, they all rest on this 4-part promise. Remove any one piece and the entire foundation crumbles. Replaying the $500 transfer, done right. Let's replay that opening nightmare, this time with ACID in place. Atomicity, both accounts update together, never separately. Consistency, no negative balances are created anywhere. Isolation, 1,000 other transfers happening simultaneously are completely ignored. Durability, the transaction is safe even if the power dies the instant it completes. Problem solved, permanently. The database isn't just where data lives. The deepest way to understand ACID is this. A database isn't just a storage container. It is a system making 4 unbreakable promises every single second to every single user across the entire digital world. Atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability are the 4 pillars holding the global digital economy upright and keeping it from collapsing into chaos. The ultimate trade-off, ACID versus base. And here is where the story continues. ACID guarantees everything, but guarantees cost speed. Some modern databases deliberately give up those guarantees in exchange for extreme performance. That is the base model, the philosophy powering NoSQL databases. Next time, we explore exactly why some systems choose speed over safety. Subscribe so you don't miss it.